Welcome to the Spurs 9501 podcast. From Kane to the Lane, the final say on all things Tottenham.
Welcome back to the Spurs 9501 podcast. I've got Niko, our Norwegian fan in Tromsø with us. Hello, Niko.
Hey, Ray.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm very happy with another victory.
Yep. Okay. So. Excellent. Yeah, let's talk about the Wolves match. So, question to you. We won 1-0, but were you happy? First of all, let me ask you, this question. Was it a penalty, Dele Alli, or not?
In the current circumstances, with the rules, it's a penalty. It is a very soft penalty, but we'll take that every time. So
how has the rules changed? Have you mentioned because the rules, has the rules changed or something, or what now?
No, I don't think so. But the through ball was there, and he saw the keeper coming out, and he initiated the contact because it was just a smart move as always. So
I think he left his leg there, didn't he? So the keeper could get into that.
Yeah, precisely. You can see he's a calculated figure, so he watched the keeper, and that's what makes him a bit special. He's street smart, so
yeah,
I take that all day long. So.
Excellent. So, okay, good win, 1-0. What about the one at the other end with Skip and I think it was Semedo?
Yeah.
Do you think that was a penalty or not?
I think so, but to be honest, I'm not very drilled with the rules. I know there's a change there, but I was sweating because it was a very similar kind of situation for me, and I was absolutely sure they were going to take it to VAR and overturn it. So I was very relieved when that wasn't given. So
yeah, I think once the referee says no, it's got to be a lot of a major mistake for them to overrule it. If there's the slightest doubt, then it'll always stay with the referee, which is good. So okay, great, excellent. So another 2 wins out of 2. Tell us generally about the match, and after we won the penalty, how do you think that we played, how we approached the match? Give us your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if it's very much difference with the Mourinho kind of football, to be honest. Again, I said last time about perception, but I would say we looked very organized. We did. We were set up in a way that, again, protected Dyer and Sanchez very much. So I think we did a good job with the squad we have. But then
let me ask you about the Dyer Sanchez situation. They seem to play well. Obviously, another clean sheet, so that's great. They do well. Yeah. What do you think the difference? Are we giving them more protection this season, so they're not able to? They're not being exposed, or are they just playing a lot better this season? What do you think?
Yeah, I think they are coached. I think it's about the coaching. Like, I think the hands-on, the management on the training pitch will make, and I think also the confidence. I think that's the thing with these two players, and they were positioned in the right place a lot of times. But you could see the one time Sanchez came out when he got dragged out, then it's an instant problem because he hold on to Traore. I was very afraid because every time he gets dragged out of position, I'm terrified because he's clumsy, he's too aggressive. But most of the match, he was positioned in the right place. And that's the key with him and Dyer. Because when Dyer came out there, he was trying to be clever, and then he lost the ball, and we were instantly left exposed. So we have to keep them in the box because they are not ball-playing defenders. I don't think so. That's the key.
And
so, yeah.
Tanganga had a hard game against Adama Traore. Well, I think most defenders are going to struggle against him. What is your view of Traore as a player? Because there's talk that Tottenham are interested in him.
He is a handful. He is like a Marvel Comics character. I was just picturing the comic book. You can see him he's just so animated, and the oil stuff and everything. He's really a handful, but he has a terrible end product. So that was our savior, I think, in the match. I think we would be punished much more if he had a decent delivery. So, but saying that, I think also Tanganga is a big step in front of Aurier and Doherty, because it was a bit damage control. He has a big presence. I just fear if he gets injured, we have to keep him fit, Tanganga. It's very important. Yeah.
And do you think Adama Traore, if I gave you a choice between Traore and Lucas, which one would you choose and why?
Yeah, a bit similar players for me. I saw we were linked with him now. I was not happy about that, because another player, which that's like a perfect Levy signing, like shirt sales, and again it looks very like good, but then again, no, it's very hard. I would actually stick with Lucas, to be honest, because he's a bit more. I might actually see him as a defensive player, like in his older days, because if he works really hard and if he gets like instructions and everything, I'll go with Lucas. I wouldn't change him for Traore, to be honest.
Yeah, apparently Nuno is a big fan of Traore. He's got a man crush on him, so he's trying to sign him. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Please no.
Generally, a lot of the fans here are saying that was a Mourinho-type performance. If you close your eyes and go back a few months, with the low block, defending deep, hitting on the break, not trying to go for the second goal. Do you think that's fair, or is that we're not giving Wolves enough credit for stopping us playing?
It's some truth in it, but I would say I think he gives, because of the man management and the coaching aspect, I think he gives them a bit more confidence. He seems more, as I said before, balanced and hands-on. You can see the training videos. He like puts out the cones. He's very like introvert. He observes the players. He seems to have a very good man management, like diplomatic type of management. So I think the confidence he gives the players is the difference. I don't think the system is very different, to be honest. It's rigid, it's counterattack, but we have the same problems with the lack of control in the center of the pitch. I had a very clear moment when we were trying to play out from the back, and we just had to distribute the ball to the wings, because we had no carrier from defense to the midfield. Like Dembele, he was so good with that. And you can say Ndombele also has a bit of similar qualities, but now he just signed off. So we have a problem there. A big problem.
Unfortunately, Skip and Højbjerg are not those type of players. They get the ball and look to pass it. They can't carry it out, draw defenders, and then pass it, unfortunately. So that is a big gap. I 100% agree with you on that one.
And he tried to put Dele at the left in a 3.
Yep.
So we played the 4-3-3, but he's not that. Like the perfect example is Modric or Dembele. They are so good with decision making.
Oh, that's amazing.
And composure, but we don't have that player now.
Unfortunately, those players are few and far between, Niko. So, but if you had to go and get a player to fill that void, who would you go and get?
That's a very, very good question. We thought about Sabitzer, but I don't think actually he's the guy either. Now we have like Skip and Højbjerg as like box-to-box players, and they do work very hard now. I like that. Skip seems like a disciplined player, but he's not that ball carrier.
No.
So to answer your question, I don't know. Maybe this guy in Italy, this young player, you remember this guy from Empoli, or was it this 19-year-old?
What's his name?
No, it just flashed in my head.
Okay.
I don't remember, but like a Pirlo kind of character, a bit like good physique. I'm not sure.
But Niko, what do you think if we play this way against the Chelseas, the Liverpools, the big teams, Man City. Well, we beat Man City, but Man United. Do you think we'd be able to defend so deep for so long and get away with it? Because we were lucky to get away with it against Wolves. I mean, Raul Jimenez had a great chance to score there. And Traore, again, you said if he had any finishing, he could have scored that one-on-one he had with Lloris. He should have scored it, really.
Yeah, the one thing I would say is we contained Jimenez very good. Because he usually gets to heading positions, but he didn't have that many finishes. So we have to praise Dyer and Sanchez for being in the right position and containing him. I think that was a good job. So yeah, I think the organization and the fitness work has been excellent. And I think that's probably what saved us yesterday. Yeah. So
just wrapping up now, Niko, what about the prediction against Ferrero Rocher? They're being called here. Paco de Ferrero Rocher. Do you think we're going to go through on Thursday or not?
Yeah, we have to. But it is actually a tricky one because the way forward now is to use the team, the first team to play in the Premier League, to get the good connection between the players, the chemistry and everything. Just keep on picking the same team. Bergwijn, he's now, you can see the confidence is coming back.
Yeah.
So it looks very positive with him now. It's just about getting that goal.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, just keep the same team in the league. But then again, judging by the performance in Portugal, you have to maybe pick one or two first-team players there, because they aren't a bad team. They looked up for it, and it's the game of their lives. So mix it up, maybe. There.
Yeah, I spoke to one of our Portuguese fans, and you'll see the video. But he was saying it's like us losing to Stoke away, and now we're going to be playing Stoke. They're like a Stoke type of team.
Yeah, and I think they looked very good, like in physical shape, and that's fine if we use the first team. But the youth team, they didn't match them, like the physique and of course the chemistry. So I mean, maybe it's going to pick a mixed team on Thursday.
Yeah, I think maybe a mixed team. Yeah. So what's your prediction for the match on Thursday?
I have to be positive. I'm cynical and everything and realistic, but I have to be. I would say 3-0.
Okay, 3-0. And finally, your prediction for the Watford match?
Totally open match. I think actually Watford. Yeah, it's a hard one. I can see us winning 2-1.
Okay.
I'm going to be positive in the league.
Yeah, it's good. I like to see the positivity there, Niko. Excellent. Well, listen, thank you very much for your time, and good to get your thoughts on there. And come on, you Spurs, and we'll hopefully talk to you again after the next match. And thanks again for your time on the podcast, Niko.
Thanks, Ray. Thanks.
You've been listening to the Spurs 9501 podcast. Stay in touch, continue the debate, and let us know what you want to discuss by finding us on YouTube. Tune in after the next match day for more insight. Thanks for listening.